the Series 10, fourth try next week. Any tips? Can you go over different types of underwriting? I can. So the two main types you're going to be tested on, Christina, on the 10, I don't think it's as big a deal as a 24. Remember, you can always in the channel search bar put in best efforts, firm commitment, and all the content I have will show up magically appear, and I have lots of it. But best efforts is when we tell the issuer we're going to do our damnedest to sell the securities, but we're not willing to be obligated on that. And so in those underwritings, the broker dealer is acting as an agent to the issuer. In a firm commitment underwriting, we're telling the underwriter we're so confident we can sell the securities that the syndicate will buy any unsold securities. So as far as they're concerned, those securities are sold. I will use Morgan Stanley did a firm commitment underwriting for bonds for X Holdings to take over Twitter. They said, we are so confident we can sell these $10 billion worth of bonds. As far as you're concerned at X Holding, these bonds are sold. Christina, they only sold $3 billion worth of the bonds. So $7 billion of the dollars of those bonds are on the underwriter's balance sheet. Ouch. Because again, we're going to own whatever we don't sell, right? Your net capital standards can be based on that as well. Now, I think that's a little beyond the 10. And I've been getting, Brian, a lot of people taking the 10. I'm not sure if it's test prep vendors that are giving them, but asking me lots of underwriting questions. What are your thoughts about how in-depth is underwriting on the Series 10 versus the Series 24? And I'm giving you a whiteboard there.
Yeah, well, I was just kind of jotting down notes of what you were saying. And the biggest difference between the two is the financial liability. And again, Dean, you and I both know how the textbooks love to over teach some of this stuff. And it's better to know more than to know less, obviously.
Yeah.
And I was just going to ask you, because I'm not around the Series 10 much, and I was going to ask you, I mean, are they still going into Eastern?
I don't know, but I get it a lot. And Christina, I'm just looking at Christina says it's her fourth attempt.
That's right.
So, she's been in to slay the dragon. She saw the dragon 3 times. So I think, somebody who tells us 3 times they've encountered such a thing, exactly. I think there might be some reality to it. So I do, Christine. I'll tell you what, Christina, I will link. It might be overkill, but Brian's point, I do have a video in my 24 playlist on corporate finance and underwritings. I'll link that there. I don't think it would do you any harm, but I think it's a little overkill. But I keep getting the same thing, Christina, feedback from 10s asking about underwriting. So, I believe you. So I'll put that in the video description for you. And then remember, you can put that in the channel search bar, underwritings, and I have lots of stuff that will come up, 24, 10, whatever, for that.